Georgia's democracy is about to be put to the test. For many voters, the country's future is at stake. In the spring, thousands took to the streets to protest the government's foreign agent law, passed in June. The law requires any organisation that receives more than 20% of its funding from outside the country to register as a foreign agent. Critics say the law mimics Russian legislation used to silence opponents. The government insists the law is needed to show who is funding political organisations. Among the chief government targets is Eka Gigauri, the head of the Georgian branch of the anti-corruption group Transparency International. She has refused to register the group as a foreign agent, risking prosecution and heavy fines.
We are using all the legal tools, everything, like really to fight, to resist, not to comply, inform the citizens about the wrongdoings of the government. But still, we see that anytime the government can enforce this law.
She's not alone. Most civil society organisations have refused to comply. Some, like independent Tabular Media, have found loopholes.
We had to
re-establish the organization in an EU country, Estonia, which deeply complicates financial operations and puts every employee at risk of state prosecution.
The pro-democracy organisation Shame initially complied and registered as a foreign agent, but in early September the group reversed its decision after a public backlash.
It
escalated into conspiracy theories and personal attacks, with people calling us traitors.
Now the organisation is campaigning to get young people out to vote.
Many of them will be voting for the first time in this election.
Nino Lomjaria is a former public defender of Georgia who now heads the NGO Georgia's European Orbit. Its election pamphlets have a blunt message.
It says, "Are you choosing the European well-being or Russian swamp?"
Lomjaria also refused to register as a foreign agent. Many civil society organisations are collaborating ahead of the election.
What we did was to create a large-scale election observation coalition, which is composed up to 30 organizations, and our plan is to be present at every polling station to observe the whole process of voting and vote tabulation.
There is a fear that the ruling Georgian Dream may not easily give up power. The party insists it will respect the will of the people. 6 months on from the protests, an uneasy calm has returned to the streets of Tbilisi ahead of the election. Many civil society groups are now focusing their efforts on making sure the vote will be free and fair. Henry Ridgwell, VOA News, Tbilisi.